Hello, everybody. It's now 10 a.m. and Jesus has been on the cross for an hour. And an interesting episode occurs at this point. We find it again in Luke chapter 23, but this time we're going to go to verse 39.
هذا واحد باكر هالمشبال هن تشبت عني من صديق به تشعل هذا تقول لي هذولي بسمناتي تيتي نبايلك يوم ما تنعطي خويني
You see, the whole time that he's been on trial, the whole time that he's been tortured, and the whole time that he's been nailed to a cross, the crowds, the soldiers, the religious leaders have incessantly been mocking him. And the two criminals on either side of him now, one of them gets involved. We're going to start in verse 39, Luke 23. One of the criminals who was hanged railed at him, saying, "Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us." But the other rebuked him, saying, "Do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we are receiving the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong." And then he turns to Jesus and he says this, and he said to Jesus, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." Now Jesus is hanging on a cross and he has enormous difficulties of his own in this moment. And here this criminal who's lived a poorly lived life turns to him and says, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And watch Jesus' heart. And Jesus said to him, "Truly, I say to you today, you will be with me in paradise." There's a couple of things that strike me about this. First of all, this man had done nothing in his whole life to earn the mercy of God. And here he is, nailed to a criminal's cross as a criminal. And all he does is recognize Jesus. He recognizes who he is. And he says, "Just remember me. Can I get a look in? Is there the possibility?" And the second thing is this: Jesus jumps all over it. See, the first observation is that this man genuinely did nothing to earn a place in eternity with God. And yet Jesus takes this feeble, lame, last-second plea and says, "Yes, you're going to be with me. In just a matter of hours, you're going to be with me." And he doesn't say, "We'll see how you kind of handle things over the next few hours as you die." But he says, "No, you will be with me in paradise." Sometimes some of us worry about what God thinks of us. And this shows us so clearly that it's the slightest effort that fills God's heart with such joy and prompts his response of generosity and kindness and compassion. Our broken lives needed a compassionate rescuer, and oh, what a compassionate, loving rescuer we have. Why don't you pray with me? Jesus, we are speechless at the breadth and depth of your mercy. And not only is it a passive mercy, but it's a seeking out mercy. that looks for the slightest opportunity to be poured out on a broken human life. Just as you did with the criminal here, we receive your mercy today. We bring to you our broken lives, and we receive your mercy anew. Thank you that you're a compassionate God. Amen.